Hello and welcome back to another video. So this is part 4 of this Adobe Premiere series. Now in the previous episodes we've gone through the interface, YouTube settings and basic imports of clips and images. In this episode we're going to concentrate on grabbing those videos from the clip bin, putting them onto the timeline, using the razor tool to cut them up, moving things around, all that sort of stuff. So if we just head on over to Premiere Pro. Okay, so I've just opened up the YouTube project we started with in the last couple of episodes ago, and all I've done in the project panel over here, I've copied the Fraps folder over and I've just recorded some gameplay footage for my gaming channel. So I've got 4 files and I named them 1, 2, 3, 4 just so I know which order they're in. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull this up slightly so we can see the rest of this. You can see in the top panel here we have the video tracks, and then below we have the audio tracks. Now what I normally do before I start the project is right click on one of them and go to delete tracks, and then I just delete all the empty audio ones because I only want one to start with, like that. Now when I drag this clip in, the audio and the video are next to each other. So with the clip in place, you can see you've got the video here and the audio. Now with the audio you can't actually see the wave lines for that just straight away. What you have to do is click the little triangle symbol here, and you can now see where I actually spoke or where there was noise being projected in this video clip. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move this up to create some space so we can see it. So I'm going to use the quick shortcut keys to do this now. So you want to use the plus key to zoom in, and you want to use the minus key to zoom out. And then if you want to, if we just zoom in a little bit, if you want to come across the timeline, if you press the H key, the cursor turns into a hand and you can click and drag along. And then to get back to the normal cursor, press V on the keyboard and you're back. Now if you don't want to use the shortcut keys, you can do it the other way. If you look here, this is the zoom out and this is the zoom in. So clicking that does exactly the same thing, but I think it just takes a little bit longer to do that. And if you want to go across the actual timeline, you have to just drag that across. And as you can see, it goes backwards and forwards. So I'm going to zoom in. So as you can see at the very start of this video, you can see that the audio is completely flat, which basically means nothing was being spoken, there wasn't any sound. So if I basically go to play this with the spacebar, hello, and you can, as you can see, as soon as it hits these little peaks, that's where the speaking starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that first bit off because it's just an empty space which we don't want. So again, to do this with the shortcut key, you press C on the keyboard and you'll notice the cursor changes into like a razor blade. Now again, if you don't want to use the shortcut key, all you have to do is come down here to your tools panel and you'll see the razor tool here. Click that and it gives you exactly the same thing. So again, I'm going to zoom in slightly. Now, as you can see, we've got this dead space. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click. It doesn't matter which one you click on, either the audio or the video. It'll basically crop it out. So if I click here, you can see it's added the lines in on here and the audio, which means that's now been split. Now what you can do is if we just go back to the move tool by pressing V on the keyboard, if you click on the clip we want to get rid of, you can press delete. As you can see, that deletes it, but you do notice now we've got this big gap. So if I press play, hello, as you can see we just have pure black, which isn't what we want. So what you can do, if you want, you can just drag it to the start and that's fine. So if we just move this back to where it was here, so let's just say we had number 2 in and that was right after the end of that one. If we drag this one to here, we have to go to this one and drag that one and keep dragging them all the way over. So the easiest way to do it, if I just move this out, in fact if I just go back, if I just zoom in, go back one more time. So as you can see we're back to here again, so we've got the clip. Now what you can do something called ripple delete. So if you right click on the video clip or the audio clip, it doesn't matter which one you do it on, so I'll do it on the video. As you see here, it says a ripple delete. So what that will do, it will delete the portion that we want to get rid of, but it will bring everything down along the actual timeline. So if I click that, as you can see, we don't have that black gap, and it's now come all the way to the start of the timeline. So that's the first thing. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. So if I hit play with the spacebar. Hello and welcome back to another video. So I've changed how I'm going to be doing this now. I'm not using the mouse or the keyboard anymore because, so as you can see, the shortcut keys are really helpful. It just saves you time going from backwards and forwards. So that's how you cut up the video. So what I can do now is I always add a transition at the start of the video. So if I bring this all the way back, and I'm just going to zoom in again. So if you look over here in the effects panel, you have presets, audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, and video transitions. So if you just drop the little drop down arrow, now the ones I tend to use are in dissolve, and the other one are in slide. So for my tutorials I use slide, and for the gameplay ones I pretty much use the dissolve. So I normally use this one here, dip to black, to start with. So if you select it, click and drag, and drop it onto the actual video, as you can see, it basically changes the way it looks slightly, and let go. Now I'm zoomed in quite a bit here, so if I zoom out, you can see that this bit here is the actual transition, and by selecting that, you can see above here in the effects panel, we can now control that transition, do different things with it. What I normally do is just pretty much leave it the length it is. If you want to reduce the length of that transition, if you come up here to duration, so as you can see here it says 25. Now that's how many frames that this transition goes across. So I can click on this and I could change this to say 10 frames, which will make it shorter, and hit return. And as you can see, the actual transition itself has now become shorter. So to actually play this, I'm just going to hit the space bar, and you'll see that it dips from black into the video quite nicely. Hello and welcome back to another video. So that's probably a bit too quick, but I just wanted to show you how you can change the actual duration of it. So I'm going to probably put it back to 25. And now if I go back to the start. Hello and welcome back to another video. So as you can see there, the transition comes in quite nicely. So that's how you cut up video and add transitions to the actual videos itself. So if I just zoom out slightly. So now if I just bring this down, actually, it's quite tall. So yeah, so to add the other clips, just basically click and drag and keep adding them on like that. So I've got 4 clips in total. So let's just say, for example, if I grab the razor tool and if I cut a bit here and cut a bit here, and if I go back to the move tool by pressing V on the keyboard, so like I was saying, I just want to show you this again now. I've got more clips in. So if we just deleted that with the delete key, we'd now have to do this, pull that there and keep doing that, which is a bit of a pain. So just to show the ripple delete again, right click on the video, click ripple delete, and you can see that all of them move down. So that's it for this video. So thank you for watching. Please leave any comments below. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.